What is personal marketing? So the easiest way to answer this is actually look at what business marketing is. What is marketing in general, right? For a business, marketing is simply put, getting your brand out to as many of your idealized customers as possible and making sure they know that you have a good brand. A brand worth carrying, a brand worth caring about, and a brand that they would be happy to have the logo of on their clothing, on their shoes, or whatever your product is, a brand that they would be proud to stand behind. That's what the goal of business marketing is simply get your brand out to your ideal audience and make them know that it's a good brand. Well, personal marketing is basically the same thing, except on a personal level. Personal marketing is getting your name out to as many people as possible and making sure they know that it's a good name. What does that actually mean? What does that actually look like? It's building a professional network, but it's also building a personal network. It's developing your social skills so you can be well received by everybody. I teach people how to use basic psychology to enhance their social skills so they can get what they want out of life. This isn't any and every social interaction. Whenever you're dealing with other people, personal marketing is actually what you're doing, even if you're not aware of it. So I wrote the book, The Personal Marketing Booklet, to explain to people how to be a better personal marketer. And it actually walks through my coaching system. It tells you the step-by-step system that I've developed in order to enhance people's personal marketing skills. Personal marketing is a perspective, an outlook on how to interact with others that Brian Tracy actually first started talking about the importance of almost 20 years ago. But to date, nobody's actually really focused on it. That's not the only thing that Brian Tracy did, and nobody has truly dove into what personal marketing is until now. That's why I had to write the book. The Personal Marketing Booklet, How to Be Magnetic and Well Received, talks about the beauty of personal marketing and how much it impacts our daily lives even when we're not aware of it. And really how influential we can be, how intentional we can be if we are aware of it. So my personal system that I've developed is 5 tiers, a 5-tier step strategy that I've developed over working with my clients one-on-one to develop personal marketing in a way that is most optimal, most ideal. And the first tier is simple, and my book, like I said, goes through all of this, but I'm going to give you just a brief outline of what my coaching actually looks like. And if you want more information on each step, and if you want tactics, then you can look all over my website. You can buy my book, and it tells you everything that you need to know in that as far as what this all means holistically, or you can just start digging through my site and you're going to find a lot of amazing content there as well. So step 1, tier 1, is just creating an action plan. It's having a plan of attack on how to move forward, because we're going to be talking about developing a lot of skills and how to become better people, but without an actionable plan, without a step-by-step system to take action on, most people do nothing, right? If all that it took in order to be successful in life was information, then everybody with access to the internet would be billionaires and have six-pack abs, right? That's actually a quote from Darren Hardy, because the reality is that information isn't enough. But how often have you known exactly what you need to do and you just haven't taken action on it? That's why my first step is creating an action plan, so that we actually take action and become better people. We don't just talk about it, because if we're just talking about it, we're both wasting each other's time, and I'm not about that. Step 2 is building focus and productivity, because without those 2 skills, you aren't actually going to follow through on your action plan, no matter how ironclad it is. You need somebody to keep you accountable, and you need focus, and you need productivity. And that's why my second tier is building those skills. Tier 3 is the first tier that's really focusing on developing your social skills, developing who you are, developing how you interact. Because the first 2 tiers are building blocks. Those are building the foundation. Now we can build a skyscraper on it. But without that foundational skill set, none of this is something that you're actually going to take action on and apply. So step 3 is mastering holistic confidence. Now this is something that when people hear it at first, a lot of people think that they already have well done. And honestly, almost everybody I've ever met has a lot of confidence in one very specific area, but I've never met somebody who, without training it intentionally, actually had holistic confidence. The reality is that most people don't even know what holistic confidence is. They don't realize that there are actually 4 areas of confidence, And so when they're confident in one, maybe they're not confident in the others, right? So the 4 areas of confidence are personal, private, public, and professional. Most people are not confident in all 4 areas. And if you're going to tell me you are, then I'm going to say, okay, so you're equally comfortable giving a speech in front of 1,000 people as you are asking out a stranger, as you are asking your boss for promotion, as you are talking to strangers. You're going to tell me that you are equally confident doing all of those things right now? Well, good for you. I mean, I wasn't. I spent years developing that on its own. And I'm still developing it. I've mastered it, but I'm not done mastering it, if that makes sense. Tier 4 is perfecting our communication skills. This is making sure that we are always clearly understood and that we always clearly understand others. Within our abilities, obviously. There are limitations on this, but we are going to perfect our communication skills. And then step 5 is developing likability and magnetism. This is where the magic happens, and this is why it's the final tier, because all the rest were needed so that we can put the point on it. If we were building a skyscraper, then this is the peak of it, and this is really what we wanted to get to. We want to develop likability and magnetism. For more on how to do this, you can get my book, the link is below, or you can sign up for a free consultation with me and see if it's going to work out with me coaching you. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk soon. God bless.